are now listening. You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
We are back, and I'm done with my vacation, and I'm super depressed about it.
Back to work tomorrow.
Damn, man, I want to go back on vacation so freaking bad. Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Back ready, of course, ready to bring you more wrestling news. Your host, Eric and Elvis.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been like we took a week off, because obviously I wasn't here. I was on vacation, and it was a lot. Disney was cool though. Disney was fun. I still watch Backlash. For sure.
The week off feels like a while. It feels like we've been off.
Yeah, no, we don't really take weeks off. I think the one other time we took a week off was because it was like tech issues.
Yeah.
And I was in Canada during that time too.
Yeah. So we couldn't even.
Yeah, exactly. So we couldn't really record that much, anyways. But yeah, of course we're back. We're here. Wrestling has happened. We didn't really get a Backlash review out, but obviously there wasn't really much that happened at Backlash anyways. Let's be real. No title changes.
Easy regular outcomes we already knew.
Yeah, regular outcomes everybody thought were going to happen. The John Cena match was surprisingly good. That was pretty good, honestly. Pretty fun. Yeah, that was cool. Good ending. R-Truth getting the ball was a little weird, and now they're going to have a match, so we definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
I think they announced that on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we'll definitely get into that later on. But yeah, Celtics got eliminated. That sucked.
I don't care about that. We won the title last year. I'm mad about Tatum's injury.
Tatum's injury was freaking terrible.
That's next year. He's probably going to be back. So
he's probably not going to be back till not even next year.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be back.
Damn.
The only thing is probably towards the end of the year or playoff time, he'll get limited minute. But that's best case scenario.
Yeah, but
so
best case scenario.
Still would. I would just rest him at that point. Like if he doesn't make it by then.
Yeah, I would just rest him. And honestly, unfortunately, the Celtics team is going to get broken up this year. Yeah,
this is the last time we're going to see this team. We're going to lose.
We're losing Holiday. Yeah, we're losing Holiday or Porzingis. One or the other. 100%.
I think we're losing both.
You think both?
Damn. Especially the way Holiday was horrible this playoffs, and then obviously Porzingis been sick, and we don't have money for him. So Holiday, Porzingis is gone. Horford's probably going to retire.
He's retired.
And Hauser's gone too. That's already 4. That's just 4 off the top of my head.
Same Hauser?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford him. He's going to be gone too.
Man.
At least we better not keep Pritchard. We have $6 million a year.
Pritchard has a contract.
Better be untouchable. Him and Pritchard.
Yeah, I think we re-upped his contract last year. So
I saw rumors about Celtics getting Giannis.
Yeah, what the hell?
It says give him Drew, KP, and a bunch of draft picks.
Oh my
I'll
God.
take it.
I don't know. Hopefully we're better next year. Patriots are going to be good this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
If you don't know, we're from Boston originally. I mean, we
still live in New England,
yeah, but we still live in New England. So every single New England team we're there for.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Nick. So I guess
no.
Yeah,
their fans are horrible.
Their fans are horrible.
I hate their fans talking so much crap. I gotta go to work tomorrow and hear them too again.
Yeah. All right. Of course, in terms of top stories, RIP to the legendary Sabu.
ECW.
Yeah, ECW legends. His matches are fantastic, obviously.
Yeah.
That dude was putting his body in the line 24/7 in all of his matches.
And he literally had a hardcore match like 3 weeks before his death.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
They're trying to say they have apparently some shot that he got, like some medicine for pain or something.
Yeah.
They're trying to blame it on that he got for the match because he couldn't even walk.
I don't know.
They're trying to say he should have never even wrestled, like the promotion.
Yeah. GCW is under fire for that.
They were saying, like, literally he was even saying that he couldn't walk. And then they had give him, like, some shot of something.
Well, the promoter straight up said, like, they wasn't even sure if he was going to show up.
Yeah.
And then they shot him up with that, and he went out there.
And then obviously he wasn't going to say no. He's Sabu. He's crazy. So it's on him, too, obviously. I mean, that's how he wanted to go out, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's very, like, reminiscent of The Wrestler. Remember the movie The Wrestler?
Oh, yeah. That's true.
He shot himself up with some things, and then, I mean, they didn't really show it, but he basically just died in the ring. So damn, yeah. R.I.P. Sabu, legends.
Yeah, Taz had a nice tribute on Dynamite.
Yeah, on Dynamite, that was nice.
WWE showed a short little
CM
tribute.
Punk did a little tribute as well.
Yeah, a few wrestlers did.
Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. But yeah, obviously, honestly, like he didn't like win any like titles or anything, but he was so like
He's
important to the
like the
ECW.
face of hardcore.
Yeah, face of like one of the faces of hardcore wrestling, and he was so important to ECW and like why it was actually so prosperous that I can definitely see him becoming a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and then remember even a one night stand.
What? Then
he faced.
Remember his match against Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, he had a great match against Rey Mysterio. He also fought against John Cena.
Oh yeah,
this was already
Cena
later
match.
in his career. And
yeah,
had a great
that was
match
later in
against
his
John
career
Cena.
too. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out Sabu. Rest in peace. Obviously, condolences to his family. But yeah, we lost a real one. It was a legend. But of course, moving on from that, in terms of other top stories, I think one of the main things I definitely want to talk about is, and this is very important. It's like extremely important. Why in the world is Karrion Kross not getting pushed? That dude has put himself over via social media.
I have been saying it for months, even before this takeover of like the social media now going on it. But I've been saying for months to push Karrion Kross, literally on this podcast. So
yeah, no, and it's true. Every single week for the past couple months, you've been saying push Karrion Kross. Now people are starting to get behind him. And it's like everybody's super behind him. Did you see his entrance on main event?
Number one merch seller.
Yeah, number one merch center on WWE, surpassing Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, like all those people, Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, etc. Yes. And you're not pushing them.
And then him and Scarlett, they're obviously she's his manager. Then he's wrestling on main event.
Yeah, on main event.
And the crowd's going wild for his entrances and in his wins. And that's not even the full crowd. That's before Raw starts.
Yeah, for real. No,
I've seen a main event because I got early. If you get there early, they usually have a main event like right before.
Yeah.
And he had his entrance. He posted it the other day. And the crowd went wild.
It was ballistic.
Yes. He's getting pops on main event.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
What does that tell you? Like, why aren't you pushing him? Like, number one merch seller, you're putting him on main event.
The only thing I'm good with is they're trying to cook a story with him. They're putting him in for now to have him keep him busy, maybe. Don't let Ring Rust have him busy so they can. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
It's super annoying. I feel like they should be.
There's no way Triple H is that though.
He needs to be in the Money in the Bank qualifier match. He needs to win the qualifier match, and he needs to be in discussion to win that Money in the Bank. He has to be in discussion to win that Money in the Bank. Yeah. Imagine the storyline they can do. Like, he has the Money in the Bank briefcase,
and he goes after Jey Uso.
He has the hourglass.
I think go after Jey Uso.
Exactly.
That'd be perfect. Jey Uso the face, him the heel.
But imagine that, like the next night, he comes out with like the hourglass, just sets it
the only thing,
on the freaking on the apron, and just walks away.
Uso.
He has the briefcase. He can cash it at any time.
He did that to
Come on now.
Remember, he did that to Roman. Years ago.
And people point that out as the downfall of the bloodline because once he did that, everybody started.
Matter of fact, he's gotten involved in a bunch of downfalls. Whenever he's gotten involved with somebody, they had a downfall right after.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why they're not pushing him.
He just lost to Logan and lost.
You know what's the worst thing too? It's like, I love WWE, but I feel like they have like a track record of doing that. Like, people get themselves over via social media, and they don't do anything with them. Like, it seems like they bury them for that. I mean, I'm not saying they're burying Karrion Kross right now. They're just not using him. But just look at the track record. Like Zack Ryder got himself over in the Internet Wrestling community with the Internet Wrestling Championship.
Yeah,
exactly. Didn't do anything with him.
He got one Internet Championship win at WrestleMania. Remember the
lost it the next night to the Miz.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
he lost
the next night to the Miz in like a 10-second match.
That's that's horrible.
Ridiculous. Who else? Who else? Wait, oh man, I had like a couple people listening. Yeah, that was Vince.
That was Vince.
But there's a bunch of people who have done that. Freaking Rusev with Rusev Day. That was meant to bury him. They had him in a cuck storyline with his freaking wife and Bobby Lashley.
He was a cuck, but he got over with that.
And he got over with fucking Rusev Day.
And it was wasn't it Aiden, that dude they was like singing the song. I forgot his name. His name was like Aiden something.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Aiden English.
Yeah. Aiden English, yeah. Rusev Day.
And he got over.
And he got over with that. They buried him. They didn't do anything with him. There's a lot of instances of people getting over and then they're just not doing anything with them. If you want to go back, you can think about Sheldon Benjamin. Even when he had his mom with him, remember that he got himself over with that.
That was supposed to be burying him.
Yeah, and they didn't do it. They honestly pushed him. They didn't do anything with
Yeah.
him. It's freaking ridiculous. How I don't understand why the hell they do that. Like if you're gonna make yourself over with the fans. If it's not in the interest of what WWE wants at that moment, they're not going to use you. I feel like if you're pushing yourself without WWE's help, that just goes to show you the like immense talent that you have.
Yeah, talent and star power.
Exactly. Like I feel like you should get put straight to the moon. Screw everybody else.
You just need the platform. He's doing it on his own social media.
It's crazy.
Now the company he works for needs to push him, but
it's insane.
Main event where nobody can see unless he posts something about it.
Exactly. Or even like his promos that they're doing it on commercial breaks, and he's just posting it.
Yeah.
And people are going wild for it.
And they're great promos.
Exactly.
He has insane. Great promo skills.
It's freaking ridiculous that the most that we see from him is
on his own
it's on his social media, or if he's actually on live TV, it's a 30-second promo backstage.
Backstage promo.
That's
and the 30-second backstage promo is better than any other promo on that night.
Exactly.
Like any other promo.
And it's the most interesting thing of the night because you're just like, oh my god, is he going to start something? Is he going to attack him? Is it going to be a push? Nope,
we don't see
nothing. Nothing at all. It's so annoying.
I think him winning Money in the Bank is a start, and that'll just skyrocket him. And I think he can go after Jey Uso.
Either Jey Uso or even
And remember, you got a whole year to cash that. So if you don't want Jey Uso to lose the belt right away, he can hold on to that.
Unfortunately, I think Cena and not Cena. Sorry, I think Jey Uso's title run is solidified to end with Seth Rollins. I feel that's already solidified. True. In terms of of course, John Cena's title reign, we're not really sure who the heck is going to beat him. It could be Karrion Kross if you book it properly. If not, Karrion Kross can take it off the next guy. Doesn't?
Yeah, because remember when you have a whole year to cash that.
Exactly.
So somebody else can beat Cena in between that time, and then whoever. Or it could be, I don't know.
I'm not even saying to push him to the freaking moon immediately.
He doesn't even have to win the title, to be honest. And he's got to be in main event fused with main event people.
Exactly. He just needs to be pushed and shown on TV. He doesn't have to win the world title. He can go after the United States title. I don't care. As long as they push him to do something. Because right now he isn't doing jack anything. It's freaking annoying.
Yeah, or you can just kill Dom real quick and take the title.
I like Dom with the title. Keep it on him for a little bit longer.
I was only joking.
But
he's actually won himself over with the fans just because being a great heel. But he's pretty funny online, and when he posts a lot of funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because they need to push him. I don't understand what the hell's going on there. Yeah, just push Karrion Kross, please. That's all we're asking.
He has all the star power. Yeah.
All the star power in the world. But yeah, other than that, do you have any other top stories at all after that rant?
Nah, that was a justified rant. It
was a justified rant. Yeah. All right, cool. So other than that, we can definitely get into, of course, let's get into the WWE news for the week in terms of Raw and SmackDown. All right, let's go ahead and get into, of course, the weekly news for WWE. Of course, this week we had Raw and SmackDown and a bunch of stuff setting up for Saturday night's main event this week. It's going to be a busy weekend.
Saturday night's main event on Saturday, and then
Double or nothing on Sunday. It's a good week for to be a wrestling fan. Hell yeah. That's for damn sure. But yeah, of course, let's go ahead and get into, of course, Raw. Raw this week did start off with a CM Punk promo. Of course, he's basically just calling out Paul Heyman. And then, of course, Paul Heyman comes out with the trio of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker as well, because obviously they're a little team now. But yeah. Basically, just a back and forth argument until, of course, Sami Zayn comes out for the save, which is a little bit surprising, and Jey Uso as well. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, it did set up what is now going to be a tag team match at Saturday night's main event between Sami Zayn, Jey Uso.
No, Sami Zayn and CM Punk.
Yeah, sorry. My mistake, yeah. Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth and Braun Breaker at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, that also showed that what was I gonna say? That Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker need another addition.
They need an additional person
because Jey Uso made the save. He got too many friends.
You know what I think?
People they're going after have too many friends.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they're making too many enemies so freaking fast.
That is true. Yeah, they're going after everybody.
Yeah, but I thought this was cool. I just wish that it made Jey Uso look a little bit more important. It kind of made CM Punk be the leader of that little defense group. I felt like Jey Uso should have been in the middle, of course, looking all dominant, talking trash. especially because of course they're going
Yeah.
after his title.
But it's because he's not even involved in the match, probably.
Yeah.
That's why.
I guess so. But
Because
obviously,
James still got to focus on Logan.
yeah, he has to focus on
And
Logan. That's at
Gunther.
Saturday night's main
And
event.
Gunther.
And Gunther now. Yeah, we got to talk about that in a sec. But yeah, of course, we have Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Braun. I feel like
A new addition's coming.
a new addition is going to come to.
Because they're not going to. Punk ain't going to lose clean.
No, there ain't no way.
And Sammy, well, he does take a lot of pins, Sammy, but nah.
Nah,
Gotta,
there ain't. No, there's definitely
Or-
going to be somebody involved.
Or Sami Zayn just turns on everybody and joins them. Imagine he finally joins them.
That'd be kind of crazy.
He said
too.
he wasn't going to join them, then he.
Yeah, but yeah, Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Braun. There's definitely going to be some sort of disqualification or just somebody getting involved and causing Punk and Sammy the loss. Obviously, they're going to lose. I think at Saturday night's main event. Who do you think that person's going to be? Because right now, Carmelo Hayes is kind of busy with, of course, with Aleister Black and the Miz and that whole situation, which of course happened on SmackDown. We'll talk about that on SmackDown's portion. But yeah, I honestly think right now it could be Austin Theory. Theory might be a good one.
Yeah, I said that, but he's still technically teamed up with Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
They haven't been seen eye to eye, but they're still a team. Technically, they haven't broken up yet, so they got to do that story.
That's what I'm saying. So who the hell should it be? I feel
no
like
idea.
It should be.
We said it should have been like a younger guy like that.
Yeah, like him.
Because we were comparing it to Evolution. That's why.
Yeah,
but they're probably not looking that way. So I don't know.
Trick Williams will be great, but he's kind of busy too. Trick Williams will be a fantastic addition.
Honestly, it's gonna have to be a surprise because I can't think of anybody right now other than the two we mentioned, but they are busy. So
yeah, they're pretty busy right now in like their own storyline things. I feel like if Theory and Grayson Waller broke up, or maybe they break up this week on Raw, that'd be nice. Like break them up now.
We'll see.
Because like what was it last week? They had that whole thing where like I think prior to this week I think it was where freaking Grayson Waller did not want to fight, so he made him
fight.
Yeah, he made Grayson
Miz fight. No, sorry, not Miz. Austin Theory.
Yeah, Austin Theory.
Who was it they fought? It wasn't Aleister Black, was it?
It wasn't Aleister Black. No. It was. I think it was Rusev. It was Rusev.
It was Rusev. I was getting confused with the Miz fighting Aleister Black.
Yeah, and Rusev beat the crap out of him. And obviously there was a little bit of beef there. He was like, "Bro, what the heck? Why didn't you tell me it was Rusev?" So yeah, hopefully they break up, and then of course it ends up being Austin Theory. I think that'd be really freaking cool if they do that. Theory definitely needs
good for his career. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, 100%. He needs a fresh start. Honestly, like when they were first pushing him out there, and he was the United States champion. I felt like it was too soon.
Yeah, he beat Cena.
True, but I feel like the push was too soon. It felt too forced.
Yeah,
I feel like
Vince really liked him.
Vince really liked him, and ever since then he hasn't really done anything. So that's why I'm hoping that they actually do something with him now, and they push him, and he gets involved in there, and they can slowly push him out like that. I will say this though, in terms of like the whole Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker situation, I don't like the way they're portraying Braun Breaker. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's Seth Rollins' personal bodyguard only.
Yeah, but he hasn't like said anything. Like I feel like they're stripping away his personality.
Yeah, remember his promos when he was like, the dogs are barking in this town.
Yeah.
Actually, before the matches, dude has crazy charisma.
Yeah.
And this gimmick doesn't fit with that. Like, I hope they don't. They gotta let him do his own thing too.
They gotta let him do his own thing. They gotta let him talk. They gotta let him do his own promos. He can still do the barks. He can still cut those promos. Just because he's somebody's like, just because he's like the muscle of the group does not mean.
Yeah, it's not like Batista when Evolution, when he first started, he didn't even talk nothing.
Exactly.
This is not that. Braun Breaker has crazy charisma.
This
will be a step down.
This is a step down. I feel like it.
Being the dominant IC champion to being a muscle for Seth Rollins. Not 100%. Be able to speak. No, they gotta fix that.
They definitely gotta fix that.
Can't be only Seth Rollins talking. I get it, he's the leader, but you gotta. Braun Breaker's way too good to just not say a word.
He needs to say something, and he needs to like have like his own like issues and starting his own feuds and stuff like that. I get he's part of the group, but like he should also be pushing like where this group kind of goes. You know what I mean? Like it seems like it's just Seth Rollins cutting a promo, whispering in Braun Breaker's ear, like go attack him, and then he does it. Like Braun Breaker is good enough to cut his own promos. So why the hell aren't you having him cut his own promos? He can start his own beef. He's his own man. It's not like somebody that you just thrown in a group who has great wrestling, but he can't cut a promo. Like, no, he has great wrestling and he can cut a promo.
I mean, he's probably smashed Seth Rollins. So
Exactly.
So he is his own.
The way they were booking him, he can beat Seth Rollins. So I don't understand why they're booking him as if he's just some new guy who can't speak. Like, this dude can
I get
speak.
if it was new. This dude was literally just a dominant IC champ. Great promos, crazy athleticism.
That we've been talking about, like, you got to push him to the moon. I get it is still early. Yes,
I mean, and it's still a main event scene. He's with Seth and stuff. That's
Yeah.
main event stuff, but he's not doing anything in it so far. It just started, but
yeah,
he's got to speak. He can't just be the muscle, the security, basically.
Yeah.
That's literally the security guard. Don't say a word, and when something happens, they have to get involved. No, he needs to talk.
I just don't like the way they're handling
Like,
it.
Seth could send him out to say stuff that he can go talk for. That's
Yeah,
still fine. At least he has the mic in his hand, but no, he just comes out and stands behind or next to Steph and just
in a tux.
says nothing. And then Paul Heyman, obviously, he's gonna talk. He's one of the best
in a
talkers.
tux or a suit.
Yeah, that doesn't fit him either.
It looks weird. I don't know.
It does not fit him. He doesn't need a freaking suit. Bro can come out in like a sports jacket. Like, I don't know how to say, like a
jean jacket or
like a sweatsuit.
Something. The whole like
Ready to fight.
The whole suit thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like
he
Seth
can come
Rollins
out-
doesn't wear suits. He's wearing like freaking designer clothes. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, Braun could just come out in his own gear.
He's coming
Ready
out.
to
He's
fight.
coming out dressed like Paul Heyman.
Yeah, he needs to,
bro. He doesn't.
he
need
needs to
dress
come out
like
in his
that.
own gear, right? Because he's the muscle. He's ready to fight. He got to have his hands taped, ready to fight. I don't understand that.
And cutting his own promos. Again, I don't understand that at all. Like, it makes no sense to me. Why the heck they're just like putting a muzzle on a dude with that much charisma?
It's like remember Solo Sikoa was coming out with a suit. He was the bloodline leader. Jacob Fatu wasn't wearing a suit. He was ready to fight.
Yeah,
And he spoke.
good promos.
So do it like that.
I don't know. I'm just hoping that they turn it around because
I mean, it just started.
I know it just started. We were super excited when they first implemented the team,
and it's still early.
I'm
see what
still
happens.
excited to see what the heck is going to happen. I'm just hoping that they push it more because, like honestly, Braun Breaker deserves way more than what the heck they're doing with him right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope he gets a little more spotlight in the group, and it's not just all Seth, and he's just the muscle. That's different.
Yeah, no, I agree. But anyways, moving on from that, we had Penta defeating Chad Gable, obviously.
Or El Grande Americano.
Yeah, he's not El Grande Americano. They said that El Grande Americano was on he's on a tour of Mexico at the moment.
Yeah.
So he wasn't there. So that's why they had Chad Gable, of course, have face Penta. Obviously, the whole storyline there is Penta wants his get back because El Grande Americano cost him the title at Backlash when he
the IC title.
Yeah, the IC title at Backlash. So of course Penta ended up picking up the win. That's fine, whatever. Moving on. I still think they should freaking put Penta and Rey Fenix in the tag team. I don't know what the heck they're waiting for. I don't know what the heck they're waiting for.
I mean, Penta is pretty good though as singles.
He
so
is.
That's why
he is. But I feel like they need to like rejuvenate that tag team division, and the perfect team to do that would be Penta and Rey Fenix.
Yeah. So far, I feel like everybody in tag team has already been champ. So like,
yeah,
you gotta have a new
get a new addition in there. Yeah. We also had the Creed brothers defeating the War Raiders. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the Creed brothers.
The War Raiders are the former champs, so that's a big win.
They had, of course, Kofi and Xavier Woods at ringside. Maybe they'll finally push the
Creed brothers to go to a title, maybe.
Yeah. But the Creed was it Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston were at ringside, of course.
Yeah, because they're the champs.
Yeah. So it looks like the Creed brothers are going to get that title title shot now.
Yeah, I don't know if it might be on maybe next SmackDown or something.
Yeah, or Raw. I mean SmackDown.
I mean Raw.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not SmackDown. Raw.
Raw.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be on next week's Raw. Obviously, I feel like Kofi's probably gonna cheat to win, but you know what? It's fine. I'm kind of liking New Day as champions.
Yeah, the only thing I feel like another thing I saw other people like they didn't fully capitalize on the New Day's heat yet so far either.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the champs, but like with that heat they had, they could have done like so much more.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still pretty early in their title reign. They can still do it.
I mean, yeah, after saying all that stuff to Biggie and I don't know, I feel like it just didn't envelop with more heat.
I thought the Biggie was going to return at WrestleMania, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was such a letdown. That match was so trash, too. I'm sorry. That match was terrible. But yeah, hopefully Biggie is able to clear and return and get involved in that. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. I don't know, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We had a Jey Uso promo talking about his match against Logan Paul. Of course, the match is happening at Saturday night's main event. I guess it's fine because it's a Saturday night's main event, which is just a showcase of WWE. It's fine.
Logan ain't gonna win that.
Yeah, Logan isn't winning. But the big storyline coming out of that is, of course, Gunther coming out confronting Jey and saying he's facing the winner of course, whoever wins that match. He wants his rematch.
Rematch, yeah. He'll get the rematch.
He's getting his rematch against Jey. That's going to be cool. I'm actually excited for that. In terms of like who wins, I think Jey picks up the win again, to be honest.
No, yeah. I don't think Gunther's winning the title.
But do you think he's going to tap out again? I hope not.
Or maybe it'll just be a disqualification.
I think it's going to end disqualification.
Yeah, you don't want to lose all of Gunther's aura. He cannot tap out or just get pinned clean.
If I'm being
honest,
honest,
at the same time, that's big for Jey, so I don't know. It kind of goes both ways.
You know what I can see happening? Because Triple H loves to book freaking triple threats nowadays. I could definitely see Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker getting involved in that match, it ending in disqualification. And then, of course, that SummerSlam, they make that match official where it's Gunther versus Jey versus Seth Rollins for the title. Seth Rollins picks up the win there.
Yeah, the other thing is it's like Gunther and Seth have like no history. They're both heels. They just don't like Jey. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be a thing where Seth Rollins is kind of like doing his own thing with that group. They're getting on everybody's nerves already. He wants to go after that title. Obviously, it stacks up the numbers against Jey. Jey can put on a hell of a freaking match. Look like he's about to win, and then unfortunately, of course, because there's too many people, obviously Braun Breaker getting involved, it's too much for him. He ends up losing. Seth Rollins is new champion. It still makes Jey look strong. It still makes Gunther look strong. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be like the best outcome in that scenario. Probably. That's just me. I don't know.
We still got more to see with the group, though. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we don't know what the heck is going to happen. I still feel like there's going to be an addition to Saturday Night's main event. I'm hoping there's a new addition to Saturday Night's main event because you're right. They are getting outnumbered already. What the hell is Paul Heyman going to do?
It's just two. You got Sammy and CM Punk, Jay's friends.
I wonder what the hell they're going to add. They got to add somebody who's like really good.
Really good, but at the same time probably needs to push. Karrion Kross not playing. It wouldn't make
no sense. That would be terrible. I don't think Karrion Kross.
I was just saying that because that's somebody who's really good that needs to push.
Yeah, but he needs a singles push.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from that, we had AJ Styles defeating Finn Balor. Of course, they had a little back and forth backstage. AJ even called Finn Balor Prince Devitt, which I thought that was freaking cool. That was awesome. You know what I mean? I'm kind of hoping like the big storyline there obviously was like Dom didn't really get involved that much. They're still building, of course, that little tension between them. Balor's not even... That's 100% going to lead to a match between Finn and Dom for the title. I would not mind Jey and Finn, not Jey and Finn, my mistake. AJ and Finn teaming up. I would not mind that at all. You know, bringing back like a little like Bullet Club.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, they just fought.
But I mean, like I don't really think there's like a lot of beef between them.
AJ's a guy that can go back to being in big matches.
Yeah, I feel like there's no room for him at the top at the moment. But like, I don't know. AJ Styles' title run was fire though. His reign between, and he wasn't the champion the whole time, but his reign between 2016 to 2018 was freaking top.
That was tier. SmackDown Live. I hated SmackDown Live, but I liked.
He was great. He was great. The house that AJ built. Come on now, that was great. I loved AJ during that time. He honestly like revived WWE.
It's just like when's the last big thing he's done? It was like since the Boneyard match in 2020. I feel like he hasn't done much.
No. He's been injured though for a while.
Yeah, and then he had the good feud with LA Knight, but that wasn't really that big either. That was just it was a good feud, but
if you add up his injuries, he's probably been out for like close to 2 years.
Yeah,
just because of injuries.
Like I feel like since that Boneyard match, it's like I feel like he hasn't had a title since. I'm pretty sure. I don't think so.
I don't remember him having a title.
I don't even remember it. That's what you know.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to do something with AJ Styles though. You're right.
Yeah, he's not young.
No, he's not.
Let him do something the rest of his career.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think he wants to retire in like 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
And hopefully he gets a rematch with John Cena. Remember, they had a great match.
I want that.
Sometime this year.
Cena versus
it could be
AJ
it could have been a Saturday Night's main event. It could have just been like something like that. Like they should get away with it. Like they did with Randy Orton and him. But that was Backlash, but still, it's kind of like the same.
Yeah, I don't know. But they definitely should do that before it's over. They have to. They have to run that match back.
They got to run up back all the classic ones. Like
well, they're definitely running back CM Punk. CM Punk has already commented on stuff like that.
But they got to do AJ.
Yeah, they definitely got to do AJ. After that, we had a Becky Lynch promo. Actually, she cut a pretty decent promo. She's basically blaming the fans for turning on her. She wanted the locker room for how dangerous she is.
Yeah, it was a really good promo.
Pretty good promo. I think she's gonna go after the title.
Her heel side, but she's also like she's still putting on notice that she's
I also like the Laura Valkyria won that Backlash, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't think she was going to win, but I'm pretty happy she did. It was a hell of a match. and she looked really good in it. So
She's putting that women's IC title on the map. I mean, she's the first one, but she's making it like really good.
No, shout out Becky Lynch. Honestly, she put over Laura Vicaria not once but twice. That's great because Laura Vicaria beat her for the NXT title a couple of years ago, and then she beat her right now for the IC title. That was honestly, shout out to Becky Lynch. Obviously, it's not like 100% her decision, but I'm happy that she's willing to do it.
It's probably a big thing. Yeah, it's a fellow Irish woman, so
yeah, for real. But yeah, shout out Laura Vicaria. I'm happy she won. I think honestly that elevated the hell out of the IC title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I give it credibility because she beat
Becky Lynch.
Goats,
one of the goats. But yeah, looking forward to see what the heck Becky Lynch does. I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's cool. And then, of course, for the main event, we had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeating Roxanne Perez and Julia. I saw this coming, but
I mean, yeah,
I kind of wanted Roxanne and Perez and Julia to win. But at the end, of course, Roxanne Perez and Julia are no longer a tag team. They basically split up immediately, said, we're not a tag team anymore, and left. On SmackDown, we did see Julia is officially part of SmackDown. It looks like they're keeping Perez on Raw.
And they're both really good young talents, so I think it's good. They don't need to be a tag team.
To be honest, and
it's like now we're finished with hopefully with Rhea and Io thingy.
Yeah, well, obviously, like they're probably gonna run that back too.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about like as no one working together.
Exactly. I'm honestly happy that Roxanne Perez and Julia are working together because one, they never freaking explained it. It made no freaking sense.
Came out of nowhere.
And two, they're too good to be in a tag team. Like they're honestly great talents. I'm happy they split them up too because now you have two brand new talents on each roster.
Yeah. You got two potential new champs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for Raw and SmackDown.
Exactly, for Raw and SmackDown. I think
it's
a great
title
thing.
and the WWE title.
Yeah, and they both proven they can be at the top. They were both great NXT champions. So like honestly, like they could definitely, of course, be pushed to the top. I'm not saying immediately. Let it be like a slow build, obviously, but I feel like they can definitely do some big things on both rosters.
Good heel and faces at that point. So
yeah, some people are just like, damn, like they just teamed up and now they're breaking up. But I'm honestly kind of happy that this happened.
This was their arrival for the main roster, but now it's like it didn't really work. Like not work. It's just
they never explained it. It never got off the ground.
They weren't an actual tag team. They just arrived together. Like, oh, let's take over real quick.
Yeah. I'm just happy that they got rid of it before it moved on even more because I felt like it would have led to nothing anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just would have been nothing anyways at the end.
I mean, say they win the women's tag team championship. I mean, that championship is
what do they do out of that?
It's kind of dead in the water right now.
Exactly. But anyways, that was basically it for, of course, Raw. We could definitely get into the SmackDown portion of WWE now. All right, let's go ahead and get into SmackDown. SmackDown this week was all right. It was all right. It wasn't really anything crazy, honestly.
It's probably gonna be the same next week because waiting for the Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event, and then after that, it should get good.
Money in the Bank. I thought they got built for Money in the Bank, so that's
Money in the Bank's gonna be good. But anyways, yes, SmackDown this week was okay again.
I mean, we had Money in the Bank qualifying matches. They were
pretty cool. I guess like we can start with like the main event thing really quick. So of course the main event was Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. That match was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie, that match was fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. Naomi did get involved at one point, but of course Tiffany Stratton ended up picking up the win. But they made Nia Jax look really good as well, honestly, and it made Tiffany Stratton look better because of how good they made Nia Jax look. You know what I mean? Like it was good. Like Nia Jax kicked out of the Annihilator.
Better than their previous.
Not Nia Jax. I'm mistake. Tiffany Stratton kicked out of the Annihilator, and then of course, and Tiffany Stratton also had to hit 2 prettiest moonsaults in order to win.
Yeah, Naomi tried to get involved, and Jade Cargill got involved too.
Yeah, and then there was also a backstage altercation with, of course, Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, where Jade Cargill was basically saying like, "I'm going to win that Money in the Bank, and I'm going to defeat you for that title." Tiffany Stratton saying, as long as I hold this title, you're not going to be good enough to ever become champion. Great back and forth. Tiffany Stratton is doing great with that title. I don't care what anybody says. That she's doing really, really good. She's a great face with that title, and she like the matches she's been putting on, pretty good. I mean, obviously, like the match at WrestleMania with Charlotte was a little underwhelming, but it was still pretty good. And ever since then, Tiffany Stratton has been looking like
at least she got the win against a legend, but it wasn't that good a match.
Yeah, but I'm just happy this match was good. Surprisingly good, too. But yeah, of course, Tiffany Stratton picked up the win. I'm happy for that. That's why I wanted to bring it up at first. In terms of like who takes that title off of her, I think it's going to be whoever the heck wins that Money in the Bank. Because I don't think she's going to win a match that's straight up clean.
Yeah, it might be Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I like legitimately.
Alexa Bliss.
I'm not even. Yeah, Alexa Bliss is qualified, so that's gonna be cool. I'm not sure who the heck is gonna win the Money in the Bank, and like I'm not sure who the heck should beat Tiffany Stratton yet.
We gotta see who's in it first. Like she's in it for now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we can talk about that. So, of course, let's move on. We had the women's Money in the Bank qualifier match. They started those this week between Alexa Bliss, Michin, and Chelsea Green. Of
All
course,
three of them would have been pretty good in the match.
hell yeah, yeah, exactly. Chelsea Green, of course, did not have her little Secret Service by her side
Secret
Hervis because they were not allowed at ringside. It was a pretty good match as well. Of course, Alexa Bliss ended up picking up the win, hitting the sister Abigail on Chelsea Green for the win. And then, of course, she's now part of the Money in the Bank qualifier match. I'm happy that they're finally pushing Alexa Bliss. So that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Do you think she wins it? Like, I mean, obviously, nobody else has been.
Yeah, we have to see what else is in it. I'm not sure, but she's definitely one of the main stars before.
She's one of my top choices. I mean, obviously, we don't know what else is going to be in it, but in terms of like who I could think of at the top of my head, I think she's definitely like one of my top choices.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
that's why I said she's gonna win.
Yeah, Perez will be a good addition. I wouldn't mind that.
She might be in it.
She might be in it. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't think she's gonna win it, but she'd be a great addition to the actual match. But yeah, of course, I'm super happy to see what the heck Alexa Bliss is gonna do. I wonder who the heck else is gonna try to qualify for it. But again,
yeah, I don't know. Becky Lynch might get in it.
She's gonna get in it. There's no way she's not. She's definitely gonna be in that match. I don't think she's gonna win it, but she's definitely gonna be in the Money in the Bank. We also had Faxium defeating DIY in a pretty decent match as well. I think like the main thing here being, of course, was DIY attacking Faxium afterwards and Motor City Machine Guns coming out for the save.
Yeah, and that whole tag team division, it's just like...
It's just a scramble.
Yeah,
it's just a freaking scramble.
Between the same three... It used to be 3 teams with DIY, Street Profits, and...
Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns. Now it's another one.
Now it's Faxium. Yeah.
And Pretty Deadly still gets involved once here and there, so...
Yeah. But, of course, Street Profits did announce that Faxium, or Fraxium, whatever the heck you want to call them, they're getting a title shot next week on Friday Night SmackDown. That's going to be a pretty good match, I think. I think Street Profits still pick up the win. I still don't understand why the hell they're not defending their titles on pay-per-views. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. The Raw one was, but the SmackDown hasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have the better division, I feel like.
They do. They have the better division. They have the better freaking matches, I personally think. But they're not putting them on freaking on pay-per-views.
They got to do the Lucha Bros on Raw.
Lucha Bros need to be on Raw. Yeah, they need to win that title.
Upgrade the division.
I think the Lucha Bros are going to be the guys who actually defeat New Day. Once they eventually, of course, bring them
and
up
Raw has the best tag team. New Day is the best tag team of all time. But the best division is SmackDown.
Yeah, the best division overall.
The more competitive.
Of course, we also had...
we didn't even talk about the beginning segment with like it was like the Solo Sikoa with like Jacob Fatu and
I was gonna talk about that in a sec.
JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb, whatever they're calling him.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a sec. But of course, I did want to talk about R-Truth basically confirming he is going to wrestle John Cena at Saturday night's main event. He had a sit-down interview. He basically said that the person who attacked him at the press conference at Backlash was not the real John Cena.
Yeah.
And that he's going to beat John Cena to bring him back into remembering who he is. So, you know what?
I'm happy for R-Truth.
I'm happy R-Truth.
He's been a fan of John Cena for a long time. They've been friends for a long time. John Cena probably asked for this too. Like, yo, let me give him a good main event title match. Like, because he's late in his career and he's never really had a big thing in his career.
Yeah. I mean, they had matches before.
Yeah. They've had a little feud before.
If I'm not mistaken, was it not R-Truth who beat John Cena in that table match, and then that's when CM Punk cut that promo? I'm certain it was R-Truth.
I know they had a feud when Cena used to wear the red hat and the red thing, and it was like in the middle of like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when
2011 actually.
That's when CM Punk did the pipe bomb. It was after that match. Because Cena got distracted and then he got put through the table.
They had a few. What was it? Something Jimmy.
When he was a heel.
No, but R-Truth had like that imaginary.
Oh, Jimmy! I remember Jimmy. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, R-Truth versus John Cena was not something I was expecting.
Yeah, good for John Cena, I guess. I mean, good
for Truth. But you know what? Sometimes wrestling needs to be fun, and I feel like this is one of those fun matches. It doesn't have to be serious 100% of the time.
Again, Saturday Night's main event is just really a showcase. It's not like an actual pay-per-view.
Exactly. So you know what? I'm fine with it. Would I have rather John Cena face somebody a little bit more serious at Saturday Night's main event? Like you said, either AJ Styles or somebody along the lines of that.
Yeah, he still got the rest of the year, though, so we'll see.
But exactly. He still has the rest of the year. I felt like this is kind of just to pay off that little John Cena and freaking R2 saying that was his childhood hero, even though it makes no sense because he's older than John Cena.
Yeah.
But I feel like it pays off that thing that's been going on for years.
Yeah, a lot of
literal year. Even when John Cena wasn't with WWE, he was doing his own thing in Hollywood. R-Truth was still saying that John Cena was his childhood hero. Wrestling in jorts,
copying
John Cena, doing all his moves. I feel like it's a good payoff. So you know what? I'm fine with it.
And something will come out of it.
Something's gonna come out of it.
Cena seriously hurts him, and somebody's gonna come, and then I can start a new feud.
And R-Truth is just that man, bro. That dude is fucking great. I love R-Truth. R-Truth is one of those guys that like I 100% would love to.
He's like the WWE lifer, even though wasn't he? He used to be like an NWA heavyweight champion, all that stuff.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. But he's technically a WWE lifer. He's one of those guys you never want to leave off the roster because even if he's not wrestling, he could do amazing, funny stuff.
And most of the times he's not wrestling. It's literally just off the comedy.
In his style of wrestling, he can continue wrestling for the next couple of years.
Comedy and charisma.
Yeah.
He's keeping him in good shape. And obviously he's in good shape because he works out.
Exactly. But R-Truth is just one of those guys that like on my bucket list of people I really want to meet.
Yeah, you can put him in. You can always put him in meet and greets or send him places. He's always gonna do something.
Yeah, just promo for WWE basically. Yeah, 100%.
Commercials and everything.
But yeah, I'm happy for it. Whatever. I know it's like some people aren't because obviously it's a little joke, but sometimes WWE has jokes and sometimes it's needed. Obviously, wrestling is also entertainment. It's not just wrestling. And WWE straight up said they're not a wrestling company; they're an entertainment company. So you know what? I'm fine with it. Of course, we also had, and then we'll talk about, of course, the beginning segment and all that stuff in a sec. But Aleister Black, of course, defeating Carmelo Hayes via disqualification because, of course, the Miz got involved. No contest, but yeah, Aleister Black did pick up the win.
Miz got involved.
Yeah.
And then Carmelo Hayes there, he laid out.
Yeah, he had nothing but net on Aleister Black. I kind of like that. I mean, like obviously Aleister Black.
Yeah, because Melo always taking L's. So
he's always
finally for the first time in a while that he's like on top. The only thing is it's against the guy who just got back to the ring, but it'll start a feud, and obviously Aleister Black will definitely probably win the feud.
Yeah,
it's not like he's gonna lose the feud.
Yeah, no, 100%. I know that there is a Money in the Bank qualifier match that Aleister Black is involved in next week. I don't think he's gonna win. I kind of wish he did, but as long as he doesn't take the pinfall. Depends
who else is in the match. He could be in the match.
As long as he doesn't take the pinfall, I'll be happy with it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the heck is going to happen there. Oh, I remember who the heck is going to be in it. Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight are going to be the other members of course, that triple threat. So there's 3 people who could potentially be in it. I think LA Knight's probably going to pick up the win there.
Yeah, I feel like Black can win.
Black can win. I wouldn't mind Black winning, but I feel like Shinsuke's definitely taking a pin. Shinsuke's taking a pin there, unfortunately. But I don't know. I guess he's happy just being the guy who just puts people over now. But yeah, of course, looking forward to see what the heck is going to happen there. Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes was a pretty decent match beforehand. I feel like they can put on an even better match if given the time. So we'll have to wait and see for that. We also had Drew McIntyre accepting a steel cage match against Damian Priest for Saturday night's main event.
That'll probably be the best match of the night.
It's probably going to be the best match of the night. I was just hoping that this freaking feud was over with, but they keep pushing it.
Probably over now.
Please put it be over. But freaking Drew McIntyre was basically just saying like Priest seems jealous of him. So he's going to put an end to the jealousy. He's going to put an end to Priest, and then it's going to be done with. I mean, dude, you beat him.
I mean, it wasn't going to be over after that. Like, remember that huge choke slam outside the ring? They put them both to the table and took them out of that match.
Yeah, that was nice. I thought it was going to be over after he completely freaking decimated Damian Priest at freaking WrestleMania.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They had it at Backlash.
At Backlash, they had that thing, and then, yeah, they just keep pushing it. So please let it be over now. I guess they just keep pushing it because I guarantee you they have nothing else for them. They literally have nothing else for them.
Yeah, it's like the top thing of WWE is kind of stacked right now. Or like stagnant.
It's not stacked. It's just stagnant because they're trying to build these storylines and they have nothing else for like the other top guys. But
AKA Karrion Kross.
AKA Karrion freaking Kross who needs to get
main
pushed
event.
to the moon. Yeah, main event. Yeah, freaking main event. It's freaking annoying. But yeah, just let this thing be over. Drew McIntyre deserves so much more. Priest deserves so much more. They shouldn't be involved in this freaking feud any longer. So Saturday night's main event should be the end of it. I'm happy it's a steel cage though.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
It's gonna be exciting. We also had Of course, I guess let's talk about the main event segment for
Well,
the
the beginning
beginning
segment, which led
segment
to all
led to the rest of the rest of the stuff. So, of course, the beginning segment was Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo
instead of Jeff Cobb.
instead of
I'm
Jeff Cobb.
gonna call him Jeff Cobb right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, JC Mateo is such a weird name.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Like, is he Hispanic?
sounds like a Hispanic name
Like,
to me.
I
I mean, he looks Samoan.
he looks Samoan, but he also looks Mexican. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell they're doing.
I'm gonna call him Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. They
His
were in
mama
the
named
ring.
Cobb. I'm gonna call
Yeah,
him Cobb.
and then obviously, Solo Sikoa welcomes Jeff Cobb to the family, and he credited him for Fatu retaining the U.S. title, which obviously that's how Jacob Fatu got pissed. Took the mic from him and said he's been doing everything that he said he was gonna do.
Yeah.
But then Solo was telling him, "What did you used to tell me, remember?"
No, that was hilarious. Solo was funny as hell.
And he kept on trying to make him say it about "I love you, Solo."
Yeah.
But he said it, but he's like, "That's not the way you used to say it." And then
They got heated. Like Solo's
Yeah.
like, say it how you used to say it.
yeah, but then obviously before LA Knight answered,
Yeah, that was the one time I was actually pissed off LA Knight got involved. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, like they look like this thing was about to explode, and it looks like they're pushing it back another week or two.
yeah, him and Cobb basically just fought real quick, and then he ran to the crowd,
Yeah.
which they fought later on in the night.
Yeah.
That's literally all this was.
Yeah, so JC Mateo and LA Knight had a match. JC Mateo ended up picking up the win, though.
Yeah, and actually it was a good match, and
Yeah. With Tour of the Islands, I love that move. Tour of the Islands is such a good move.
yeah, when they gave him the win,
It's like a twist on World's Strongest Slam. But yeah, of course, yeah, JC Mateo picked up the win and a pretty good performance against LA Knight. I'm happy that he won his first
yeah,
match.
I
There's
just
no
don't
way he
get
should've
his
lost.
first matches in street clothes. It's like,
Yeah.
bro doesn't have ring gear.
He should have had his ring gear. I don't know. But you know what? It's fine.
And like we said, he's been known as Jeff Cobb for so long. I don't know why we even changed the name.
JC Mateo, because that's his real name.
His name's JC Mateo.
No, Jeff Cobb.
Jeff, that's what I'm saying. Just keep it. It's
They don't
already
like using the real names for things. I don't know
well,
why.
he's well known at it already. Logan Paul don't got a fake name was because he's known everywhere.
Yeah, it's because he's known as Logan Paul. You can't change his name. But yeah, of course, JC Mateo picked up the win in a pretty good match. I'm looking forward to see where the heck this is going to go between, again, Solo and Jacob Fatu. It looks like they brought in JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb into it, so that way they can slowly take out Jacob Fatu, because now Solo now has another bodyguard type figure.
Yeah, don't forget he still has the Tonga Tagaloa coming back soon. They're injured.
And they're definitely going to be on Solo's side.
Yeah,
there's no way they're not.
That'll be the new bloodline right there.
Yeah, that's going to be like the new like technical bloodline, quote unquote. But I'm happy. It looks like freaking Solo got like his mouth back. Now he's starting to talk. He's starting to act crazy now that he has his back up again.
And he won later on. He won the Money in the Bank qualifying match between Jey Uso and Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
So he qualified for him, but he got a win under his belt. He's gaining some confidence again.
Yeah, gaining that confidence.
Talking back
again.
to Jacob Fatu now again.
Trying to like acting like he's a tribal chief again. So I'm happy about that. Like they're actually pushing Solo again instead of making him look like a joke.
Yeah, because it made him look like a joke when this dude would just interrupt him. Like he wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, he wouldn't say anything. Now that he has his backup, now he's like, oh, like now I'm going to talk.
And that'll lead to a U.S. title match between Solo and Jacob Fatu pretty soon.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, of course, Solo ended up hitting a Samoan spike on Rey Fenix, picked up the win there. Of course, looking forward to seeing Solo Sikoa in the Money in the Bank match. That's going to be pretty nice. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to be a pretty predominant figure.
And obviously, the rest of his bloodline will definitely be involved.
I can see like either Tonga Loa or Tama Tonga's injured for a while, but Tonga Loa might come back. The GOAT Tonga Loa might come back at Money in the Bank and help Solo at some point. That'd be freaking cool. Yeah, I can't wait. The belt collector Tonga Loa is going to come back soon. But yeah, other than that, was there anything else that happened on SmackDown? I don't think so.
Because the main event we already talked about it. Then Tiffany Stratton retained.
That match was great. I don't care. That was a really freaking good match. But yeah, that was basically it for, of course, WWE. Of course, we have Money in the Bank around the corner.
Not much probably is going to happen next week. No. They're going to do Saturday, probably Money in the Bank qualifiers.
A couple more Money in the Bank qualifiers.
And then obviously Saturday night's main event, even though that's only like 4 or 5 matches. So like not everything's being probably for like 2 weeks. Nothing's going to be like none of the storylines are really going to.
Nothing's going to be like predominantly good, unfortunately. Of course, we also have Double or Nothing on Sunday.
Yes, we're going to talk about AEW.
Yeah, we got to talk about AEW.
We're about to get into that.
Yeah, AEW this week was great.
Yeah,
it was really freaking good. But yeah, of course, that was basically it for WWE's side of the podcast. Let's go ahead and get into AEW. All right, let's go ahead and get into, of course, AEW. AEW this week was honestly a lot of fun. It was really entertaining. Of course, I think it was like the beat bash at the beach or beach bash, whatever the heck they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
But they're still building to Double or Nothing, as we saw.
Yeah, Double or Nothing is this Sunday. We're definitely going to cover that as well. Looking forward to freaking Double or Nothing, to be honest. But yeah, of course, let's go ahead and get into Dynamite. Dynamite this week was a lot of fun.
Dynamite was kind of like a Saturday Night's main event. A lot of good.
There's a lot of good stuff. Everything was pretty cool. We had the first match was, of course, Heyman, Adam Page, and Will Ospreay defeating Konosuke Takeshita. Sorry, Konosuke Takeshita versus Josh Alexander. So
pretty good tag team match.
Pretty good tag team match to start off the show. Obviously, Heyman and Will Ospreay are going to face each other at Double or Nothing. That match is going to be so freaking cool. And I don't even care who the hell wins. Whoever the hell wins is going to face.
Both 5 picks, though.
Yeah.
I wanted Heyman. He wanted Will, but I'll take either of them to go on in the future to dethrone Jon Moxley.
Yeah. Whoever that wins is definitely dethroning Moxley at All In.
That's going to be fire.
Yeah, that's going to be a freaking banger of a match. But yeah, Hangman, Adam Page, and Will Ospreay. Like you said, you had Hangman, I had Will. Right now, I'm 50-50.
That's like my top. That
wins.
was like my top 2 anyway. So
yeah, I don't care who the hell wins. All I know is this is going to be a banger of a freaking match.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of rooting for him, but I don't care.
Yeah. I don't care either. If Will Ospreay wins, I'm pumped.
Will Ospreay dethroning Jon Moxley in Texas will be it'll be weird, but it'll be fun. I just think Heyman matches more with the Texas vibe.
Yeah.
Even though he's not even from Texas.
I'm looking forward to it though. It's gonna be a freaking banger. And then you know what? If they do a Hangman, they can run back him versus Swerve again. That'd be a freaking banger. You know what I mean?
And Will Ospreay can get a future title shot. He can get a rematch if he loses this. Will Ospreay be like, "Oh, I want my rematch from that match." And then he can get the title shot with Heyman. We'll see.
That'd be great. But yeah, that was a pretty decent match. I don't know. I kind of like when they kind of do those tag team things right before a match. It's not like they hate each other. They're just facing each other. Of course,
they were part of a tournament, and they're the 2 finalists.
Exactly. Of course,
we also had the same goal in common about dethroning this guy.
Yeah, we also have Ricochet defeating Zach Gowen. That match was hilarious. I don't care what anybody freaking says. Zach Gowen, of course, has the one leg.
Yeah.
Ricochet stole the freaking leg from him last week and has been carrying it around as like a trophy, which I thought legitimately freaking funny. I don't care what anybody says.
No, it is. For wrestling, it's not, relax.
But yeah, it was funny as hell. Like freaking Zach Gowen was like chasing him around the ring and Ricochet was like, stop doing that.
He was like jumping out the ring scared.
Funny as hell. Freaking Ricochet tried to get the figure 4 leg lock on Zach Gowen and he realized he couldn't freaking do it because he only had one leg. I was freaking pissed at myself. Ricochet is hilarious.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Ricochet, and we talked our shit on Ricochet too.
Yeah, because he's horrible promos. I'm sorry.
He's getting better. I will admit, getting a little better, but he's not good. But he's getting better at promos.
But his in-ring skills, and then he's obviously pretty funny too.
His heel work has been good.
Yeah, definitely way better than face work.
Oh, 100%.
1,000%. Yeah,
100%. You have to give him his credit. Like this dude is doing really good as a heel.
Yeah, I like the feud with Swerve. Even though at the end it kind of like embarrassed me with the toilet paper thingy.
Yeah, that was funny.
But the feud with Swerve was good, and then he's been getting better since then.
And he's beating Swerve
and
twice.
He's winning matches. Yeah, he's winning matches.
Exactly. He's winning matches. He's getting himself over. The internet wrestling community freaking can't stand him with all those like tweets and stuff he'd be doing. It's heel work. It's honestly just heel work. I'm liking what he's doing. Like if his goal is to get people to not like you, and that's exactly what he's doing, I think he's doing a fantastic job of it.
And you're doing a good job.
You're doing a really good job. If you're not
getting any reaction, then you're not.
If the internet wrestling community hates you, you're doing a great job because obviously you're a heel. If you're a face and the internet wrestling community hates you, then you're doing a terrible job. But come on now.
AKA Roman Reigns years ago.
Yeah, years ago with Roman Reigns. But yeah, that's a different story. I think Ricochet is doing a great job in AEW. I think that he's starting to shine a little bit. I'm liking what the heck they're doing. Obviously, I'm not saying he's the greatest promo ever.
No,
he's not. His promos are still bad, but he's
gotta give
definitely
credit when somebody's getting better.
He's getting better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing.
Because the wrestling ability's always been there. That motherfucker's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
It's just like the promo and character work that's getting way better.
Way better. Yeah, his heel work is freaking great. I enjoy watching him on my TV. 100%. Yeah, now. But anyways, of course. We also had the Hurt Syndicate defeating Top Flight.
Pretty quick.
Of course. And then afterwards, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara called for a title shot.
They didn't really say when it was going to happen.
They didn't really say when that was going to happen, but that match is definitely going to happen. Looking forward to that match, I guess. Cool. I'm happy Sammy Guevara is back on freaking AEW TV.
And I still think he's too good to be in the tag team.
100%. He needs to go after that TNT title.
Yeah, he used to go. He was good when he was.
Well, he's already like pointed out like Adam Cole and stuff on Collision.
Yeah.
So like that match is definitely going to happen eventually. They just need to break up that tag team first. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the heck they're going to do with Sammy Guevara now that he's like officially back full time. Happy. I'm pumped. I'm a big fan of Sammy. But yeah, of course, the big thing after that was, of course, MJF coming out to see whether or not he was going to join the Hurt Syndicate. Obviously, he was terrified at first, which I thought was hilarious.
But he finally got the 3 thumbs up.
Yeah, he got all 3 thumbs up. He's officially part of Hurt Syndicate.
He gave Bobby Lashley a huge hug, and Bobby Lashley threw him off.
Yeah, he's like, "We did it, Bob!" and like jumped up and hugged him.
He threw him off like no.
Oh my god!
And they did a contract signing apparently scheduled for this week coming up.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be pretty funny because I feel like something's happening. Contract signings don't go right.
It doesn't go away. Yeah, I already know because what MJF already said, like he's gonna bring his lawyer to like look at the contract, and MVP was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "What do you mean? Like, it's a legal binding contract. I have to have him look over." So I feel like one, they just teased the hell out of us, and he's actually not going to join Hurt Syndicate, and because of the contract,
MVP's trying to screw him.
Yeah,
and he finally noticed, and then
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like they're going to say like, "Oh, MVP screwed him. He's going to try to screw him over." Obviously, MJF is smart. He's not going to let that happen.
Bobby Lashley would accept it because he knew it was going to screw him.
Yeah, and then boom, obviously
that leads to a feud.
Leads to a feud. Or, of course, he actually does joins Hurt Syndicate.
And we get some crazy, funny scenes for the next few weeks.
Next few months.
Months, probably.
MJF maybe ends up winning the freaking title, and then boom, the Hurt Syndicate turns on him. Bobby Lashley versus MVP. That'd be a freaking banger of a freaking match. Come on now. That'd be a freaking great freaking title match right there.
Doesn't even have to be the title, though.
Doesn't have to be the title.
Be 2-pack. I don't think it will be a title.
Well, I'm saying if MJF eventually wins with them at his side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that'll be
they can do a whole storyline where
that's gonna be a while though, because All In's in like August.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be a while.
Whoever wins that is not gonna lose it that quick. So I don't think it's gonna be a part. If he joins, I don't think he'll be in a part that long with the Hurt Syndicate.
You never know.
I believe this will be short.
You think it's gonna be a short, like a little reunion thing that they're doing?
A short thing with the Hurt Syndicate, and by short, it could still be like 2 months, but it's not gonna be long term.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it being long term if they book it properly. What I'm seeing is like MJF helping them, basically being their little like their little butler type thing. He's just like they're like obviously he's new, so he wants to get on their good side.
Yeah.
Eventually, they help him win the freaking title, and then MJF becomes MJF again, starts treating him like shit, saying I'm better than you, I'm the freaking champion. You listen to what the heck I do. Obviously, Bobby Lashley's had enough at that point. Turns on MJF, and then boom, you have MJF versus Bobby Lashley for the freaking title. That'd be a freaking good storyline too. But you never know. Obviously, I'm looking forward to see what the heck this is going to end up. But MJF back on top of his title needs to happen eventually. I understand what you mean. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But when it does happen, it's going to be freaking glorious. I miss Bobby Roode. Sorry, I just had to say glorious to Bobby Roode. I miss Bobby Roode so much. Anyways, we also had the AEW Women's Championship title eliminator match. Fatal 4-way between Mina Shikakara, Toni Storm, Azam or AZM, and Sky Blue. The return to Sky Blue. Really freaking good.
Yes, she hasn't been on TV in a while.
Yeah, because she got injured, messed up her freaking knee, so I'm happy she's back. Toni Storm ended up losing. With Mina
Shikakara won.
Yeah, Mina Shikakara won. They're having that match at Double or Nothing. I'm not a big fan of title eliminator matches where like the freaking champion gets pinned.
I just think it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That the champion has to be in the title eliminator. I feel like
doesn't.
It's got to be number one contenders with like other people to try to fight the champion. Why would the champion fight in the title eliminator?
Well, not only that, but they
say if you beat her, you could claim yourself as champion. But like
exactly,
I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, not only that, but like they did the same thing last week, and Toni Storm won with 3 other people. So it's like I don't know. Like they're
trying to force somebody.
It's stupid. I don't know. I thought it was stupid. Like,
especially with Double or Nothing, is one of the big pay-per-views. They should have had a big feud.
They could have easily just did a triple threat with freaking Toni Storm at ringside, like on commentary or something like that.
More contenders.
Exactly. Mina wins and then boom, there's the match.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, they had to have Toni Storm involved. I don't understand it either. I think it's.
I don't think the title eliminator stuff with the champions actually being in it makes any sense.
Yeah.
And any type of sports or wrestling, it doesn't make.
I will say this. I don't know if you saw this. This was freaking hilarious. Mina Shikakara came out with a new entrance music. Everybody hated it. And in the middle of the thing, Tony Khan changed it back to the original because people were tweeting out saying it was bad. So at the end, it was her old music again. And somebody went online and was just like, Did Tony Storm just change it because the internet wrestling community was saying that the music was
Khan,
terrible? Yeah, Tony Khan, sorry. And Tony Khan goes, "Yeah, I did." Like he tweeted back, "Yes, I did. I saw it." And everybody was like, "Bro, that's freaking hilarious!" Like he actually
I
listened.
wish
to the
more,
music.
would listen.
Yo, it's like funny as hell. It shows that he's listening. Like he's
Finally,
like, all right, hey, nobody likes it. Let's change it back. And then he changed it back, and then it was our old music when she won. I thought it was freaking hilarious. Like an on the fly move like that. That was hilarious. But yeah, of course, Mina Shikakara won. I'm happy with that. I'm a big fan of Mina Shikakara anyway, so looking forward to seeing that match. Tony Storm versus Mina is going to be a great freaking match.
And Tony Storm's winning.
Tony Storm's winning, yeah. There's no way she's not, but it's going to be a fun match regardless. We also had FTR basically offering a match to Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia, and then, of course, beat them down afterwards. It looks like we are going to get that. Obviously, Nigel was saying that he shouldn't have gotten involved last week on Collision.
Yeah.
But
he didn't even want to accept the match.
He didn't want the match.
He feels like he knows he's gonna lose. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, he's saying that he's a commentator. He's not a wrestler anymore. And Daniel Garcia was basically just like begging him, like, bro, like we need to do this.
Yep.
So that match is definitely happening.
And that's probably when it's at Double or Nothing, and that might be when Cope comes back.
Yeah, Cope can come back at that time. Cope can come back, cost FTR the match. That'd be funny as hell.
Or just come out after, in case something happens. Yeah.
But yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to that. Nigel McGuinness, pretty decent wrestler. Obviously, he's in his older years, so he was pretty good when he was back then. He had a match against.
Didn't he face Brian Danielson?
Brian Danielson, which was pretty okay. It was pretty good. So yeah, looking forward to that. Whatever, I'm fine with it. And then of course we had the main event, the AEW World Championship Steel Cage match between Samoa Joe and Jon Moxley. I'm kind of iffy about this match, to be honest. I thought it was good.
I thought the match was good.
But the ending was like so freaking predictable and stupid.
I mean, yeah, he just lost with a briefcase.
Yeah.
But
so of course
what did you expect?
Yeah, Jon Moxley picked up the win.
At least it wasn't a bulldog choke.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't a bulldog choke. After, of course, interference, they were
Death Rider's interfering, yeah.
Yeah, Death Rider's interfering, got the briefcase inside the steel cage, and of course he ended up hitting Samoa Joe.
At least Samoa Joe didn't really technically lose clean. I mean, they interfered, they hit him with a briefcase.
Samoa Joe looked dominant for a good majority of the match.
Yes, he was winning a majority of the match.
Yeah, I like that part.
So Samoa Joe is still part of the main event scene. This is good. This is way better than the Ops thing.
Yeah, the Ops thing was freaking terrible. They need don't go back to that, please. But yeah, of course, Jon Moxley picked up the win, as everybody freaking expected. He's not losing that to All In. But of course, the major thing that did happen was, of course, Kenny Omega tried to come out and make the save versus the Death Riders.
Yeah, and the Elite was there too, beating down everybody.
And the Elite came out, aka, of course.
Yeah, they beat him down too.
The Young Bucks.
Young Bucks, who else?
Okada,
yeah.
Yeah, Okada. But yeah, they ended up bringing the steel cage back down.
Yeah, they asked for the
locking Kenny Omega and of course Samoa Joe in the ring.
And that's why they beat him down.
Beat the crap out of them. And then of course Swerve came out for the save, climbed the freaking ladder and jumped off the top. Powerhouse Hobbs was also there. He got involved.
Took everybody out.
They all ran, and then of course they announced Anarchy at the Arena between at Double or Nothing between, of course, Samoa Joe. Oh, who are the people? It's Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Swerve, and Kenny Omega. I guess that's the four versus Jon Moxley,
maybe Claudio, and the Young Bucks. I feel like
and the Young Bucks, yeah, probably.
Because I did see something though.
Well, Pac is out injured.
I see something about they might add 2 more people to this match, 1 for each team. Probably.
Well, they can add Wheeler Yuta.
So I think it might be Claudio. Yeah, then they gotta add 1 more.
Yeah,
maybe Okada or Wheeler Yuta, and then the other team's gonna get 1 more. I don't know who.
Okada's definitely gonna be involved.
The other team though is gonna have another person too.
Yeah, I don't know who they're gonna get.
Who the hell's what the hell's his name? I'm lost. With the Ops with Samoa
Shibata?
Joe, not Shibata.
Hook.
Hook's another one that can be involved.
Hook can be a good one. Yeah, because honestly, Hook has been gone for a couple of weeks. He's rehabbing, quote unquote, but he's honestly
he can return. He can
return.
Get involved because he's technically part of the storyline.
I can see him returning this week on Dynamite.
Yeah, and that's how he gets involved. But he's add Claudio to the match.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would not mind that at all. But yeah, that was basically it for AEW and WWE this week for wrestling. That's gonna be a banger of a freaking match.
But the best match is definitely gonna be Hangman and Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, 100%. That match is gonna be a freaking banger. Is that the main event?
I'm not sure what the main event. I didn't see the match.
They haven't announced the main event.
I haven't seen the layout.
It's either gonna be that one or the Anarchy of the Arena match.
I feel like Anarchy at the Arena might be the main just because of all the chaos.
Yeah. I'm happy they're doing that too because there's nobody to really face Moxie until, of course, whoever the heck comes out, the winner.
Yeah, he's
of the
gonna find out his
Cup
number one
tournament.
contender right there.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, of course, that was basically it for, of course, wrestling this week. Really appreciate the support we've been getting, obviously. Yeah, I guess we're back.
Yeah.
Freaking looking forward to, of course, next week. Next week, we're going to have...
What if nobody wins? The Swerve and Will Ospreay ends in the disqualification. It'll be a triple threat.
Swerve and Will Ospreay?
I mean, no, sorry.
Hangman
and Will Ospreay. What if nobody wins? It'll be a triple threat match then.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Triple threat match would be awesome. But yeah, of course, that was basically it for wrestling this week. Like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll be back next week, of course, with our Saturday night's main event review, and then, of course, our Double or Nothing review.
Double or Nothing Sunday night, so we're gonna have to figure out time slots for recording. We're gonna be on video in person, but we're still gonna have it, so we're still gonna cover it.
100%. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe as always. See you guys next week. Love you guys. Peace.